Hi, first grade. It's Friday, December 18th. And you know what that means? We get to finish our writing. Oh, yeah, we get out for a couple weeks. It's almost Christmas, so we're going to finish writing our Santa letters, or who we wrote a letter to. Today, we're going to publish our letters to Santa Claus, or whoever we wrote to. We're going to use our best handwriting to rewrite our letter and follow a directed drawing for our illustration. This is important so we can become better writers. Okay, so remember the parts of a letter. We have the heading, that is the date. Then we have the greeting, that is where you say, dear, who you're writing to, followed by a comma. Then you have the body. This is the message. These are your sentences that you're writing, your story that you're telling, your questions that you're asking. In this case, we said something nice, we asked for something we needed, and we asked for something we wanted. Then we have our closing. That was where you say sincerely, yours truly, your friend, or love, comma. And your signature is your name. You write your name at the bottom of your letter so they know who it came from. So you're going to get some pretty paper to rewrite your letter on for your letter to Santa or whoever you're writing. It may not look exactly like this, but you're going to rewrite it on a different sheet of paper and still using our checklist. In your best handwriting, you are going to copy your sentences that you wrote in your journal on Wednesday and the ones that you edited yesterday on the Santa letter paper. We're going to use the revising checklist to edit your published writing. Make sure you didn't make any new mistakes. And then after revising, you may illustrate in color. If you have time after we draw our picture, you can record you reading your letter out loud. First, let's go over our checklist. All these things need to be on your letter. Did you write the date at the top on the right-hand side? Check. Did you write your heading, Dear Santa, Dear Grandma, Dear Mom? Did you write 3 sentences? Check. Did you remember capitals and periods? Check. Did you remember finger spaces? Check. Did you write your closing sincerely or yours truly? Check. Did you sign your name at the bottom? Check. You need to go back and make sure you have all of these in your letter. All right, so let's take a look at my letter from yesterday when we edited it and found a couple of little mistakes. And then I rewrote my letter without any mistakes. So here is my letter from yesterday. I rewrote it without any mistakes, and now I'm ready to draw my picture of Santa. Okay, so here is what we're going to do. Sorry, friends. Okay, so get your pencil. You should have a blank piece of paper to do your drawing on. I'm just going to do it at the top of my paper, but you can draw it on a blank piece of paper. So pause the video and get a blank piece of paper and a pencil and get ready to draw your picture. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we are going to draw a small circle in the center of the page for Santa's nose. Okay, just a small circle for his nose. And then we're going to draw 2 small cloud shapes on either side of the nose to make his mustache. So just draw 2 little clouds next to his nose. It's going to be his mustache. Then you're going to draw a flat cloud shape above his nose for the bottom of his hat. And that's going to look like this. Okay. Now we're going to draw the outer parts of Santa's beard with a cloud shape again. So the outer parts of his beard are going to look like this. He looks like one big fluffy cloud. The next thing we're going to do is draw 2 circles above the nose for Santa's eyes. Eye number 1, eye number 2. Then we're going to, inside of the eyes, we're going to draw 2 smaller circles for his pupils, as well as 2 more tiny circles inside. All right, so what I mean by this, we're going to draw like a black, there we go. Kind of hard, I made it kind of small. There should be like a little white dot right in the middle. So you can draw the black circle and then a little tiny white circle in the middle. I made my eyes kind of small, but you can make yours larger if you want. Then we're going to draw a bean shape on top of each eye for Santa's eyebrows. So a bean shape, kind of like this. Looks more like a macaroni to me. Okay, he's got some fluffy eyebrows too. All right, now we're going to give Santa a small curved smile, which is going to look like that. A small curved smile. Okay, everybody got a smile? All right, so the next thing we're going to do is draw a curved line on both sides of Santa's face, connecting the top of his mustache to the bottom of his hat. All right, so start the mustache, and then we're going to connect to his hat, like that. Okay. Then we're going to draw a curved line on each side of Santa's body, starting from his lower beard down to the bottom of the page. So right here. Then we're going to add another smaller curved line on each side going down to give Santa arms. Okay, there's his arms. Now we're going to give Santa a belt buckle by drawing an open rectangle in the center at the very bottom of the page. So an open rectangle like that. The very bottom, like a rectangular belly button. Then we're going to add a smaller open rectangle inside. Then we're going to join the buckle and the arms with straight lines going across. Like this. Straight lines going across. So this is going to, at the bottom of the page, is where his belt ends. In other words, we're not going to draw the rest of his body. We're just going to draw the top of him. So there's his belt buckle. There's his belt. Now we need to add two small circles above the buckle for Santa's buttons. Two small circles above the belt buckle for Santa's buttons. Okay, so now we're going to draw Santa's hat. Now it's supposed to look like Santa's hat is going off the page. So we're going to draw from the top of the cloud that we drew, curved up to the top of the page. And then we'll make another part right here. And another part coming down here. And then we will add another cloud. Now, it's supposed to look like his hat's going off the page. One line will go up to the top of the page and the other only part way to make it appear that his hat is hanging to the side. Now we are going to use our colors to color Mr. Santa. And then you can take your letter home. Let's review what we talked about today. So we used our checklist. We reviewed the parts of a letter. And then we rewrote our letter correctly without any mistakes. Then we used our checklist to make sure we didn't have any new mistakes. And then we did our drawing, and now you're going to color. And if you have time, I want you to read your story out loud and record yourself. So here's our checklist we used to make sure we had everything our letter needs to have. Now, something else you need to have is a very Merry Christmas, and be safe, and I will see you next year.